Hey everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're all doing well out there. Hope you're all having a good week. Just felt like checking in with you here. Was missing you, wanted to make a little connection, so I thought, why don't we do a video today? And today's video, I want to talk about gaining weight on a raw food diet, on the raw vegan lifestyle. Hey, I'm just going to basically, this is kind of just from my experience like it always is. This isn't really telling you do this or do that, or it's not even, I don't know, going to teach you anything. Just kind of sharing my experience as this channel's always been. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you go down and hit that subscribe button now and come back and check out some more of my content. Yeah, I've done these in the past, gaining weight, losing weight on a raw food diet, and people have a million different thoughts about it. Like I say, I just like to go to what is. I don't like, and as soon as I throw this video out, there'll be people, well, it's probably because of this, probably because of that. Everybody tries to break it down and figure out, well, they want to know why on everything. And that's when you see theories come out that are akin to conspiracy theories on social media. There's always some, in the raw food world, I think that's why everybody makes so much fun of it. There's always some convoluted bullshit going around that just doesn't sound right. It's just wacky. So it is what it is. I'm pretty rational, I just, like I say, I just go with what is. But yeah, I've put on some weight this year, and I'm actually happy. I'm happy because I don't have to make my whole life about eating anymore. Somehow my body's gone through a change, or it's settled, or whatever. But for the longest time, I've been doing this lifestyle for over 7 years now. And for the longest time, I've said, okay, I say I've tried to put on weight, but then if I'm looking back and being honest, I'm not real sure how hard I actually tried. But, throughout the years, keep putting it on, and then I'd go, 2 steps forward, 2 steps back, sometimes 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And it was just always hard to get some consistent weight gain and keep it on. And I don't know, excuse me, I have no idea what happened this summer. Our bodies are interesting things. That's why I'm saying, unless you're like, and probably even then, unless you're like some next level scientist working on some, well-funded studies, we're never gonna know. Anyhow, earlier this summer, same thing, man. And in fact, my appetite wasn't as strong, and I just couldn't, I was losing a little bit of weight again, and I felt like I had to eat all the time. And no amount of food that I could eat would ever be enough. Now, let me throw this in, and I'll kind of weave it in as I go. I had watched, Ted Carr had mentioned this, and it just kind of reconfirmed it for me. I do my own thing anyway, but it made a lot of sense. He's hardcore fruitarian. He doesn't eat cooked food, but he was doing a little live on Instagram last year, and his views lined up with mine. He said, talking about the value of the fully raw lifestyle, but even in somebody that does it all, that's what I like about him. He's practical. Basically what he said was, if you are going to, probably for gaining weight, although some people do, I don't want to say that you cannot gain weight on a raw food diet. I just found I found that it just became too much of a full-time thing, and I didn't have the money to get really great fruit to just be, eating exactly like I want to. Anyhow, long story short, basically, yeah, use some clean cooked food to put on the weight. So I wasn't necessarily doing it in that calculating a way. I was just more or less like, I weigh myself a lot, and if the scale's going down, I'm like, all right, you got to make it up. So a lot of times at the end of the day, I'm like, all right, well, I don't have enough calories for the day, so let's just bang out some sweet potatoes. So I ate a fair amount of cooked over the summer. I don't know, maybe I was eating cooked 4 nights a week some weeks. And yeah, it was working, but I was still having to eat, inching up. And I'm not talking about pushing the scale quick, because we all know that just like losing weight, there's not a whole lot of value to gaining a whole lot of weight in a short period of time. We're basically talking about I'd say about 10 to 12 pounds over the course of a year. So I started doing that. Now there may be some, hopefully I'm turning a little bit more of it into muscle. I've been back in the gym for about, I don't know, about 6 weeks or so now. But, and anyhow, this is really just kind of rambling. I'm just throwing out a bunch of things at you. But bottom line is recently I don't have to eat so much. And it's nice. It's almost like being able to go, whew, God, I don't, it's kind of like getting off of a ride, a carnival ride, or getting off something where your adrenaline's going all the time. I felt like I always had to be eating. Anyhow, I'm cruising around, probably about 167, 168 now. I fluctuate. My ideal's around 165 for now, but we'll see what happens in the gym. I'm working on making sure that I eat enough. I'm working on that I'm getting a variety of things so I can make some gains. Now I'm an old dude. It's funny, every once in a while I get and they come on old videos. About a week ago, I had a rash of people from an old video. They were trying to slip in and like be mean to me. It's like, Jesus, dude, you insult me if you think you're going to be mean to me and hurt my feelings. You ain't going to say a damn thing in a video that's going to hurt my feelings, because hurting feelings would imply you have feelings. I'm a little bit cold. And they're trying to just challenge dude, you're malnourished, you're this and that. And I'm like, dude, look, I'm a 55-year-old dude. And no, I don't have guns on me, but I'm like an average, it's like I don't see a lot of 55-year-old people walking around that are all jacked up either. That's not what I'm going for. I go to the gym, to stay tight and toned, have a little bit of fitness, and have a certain amount of strength to be able to, just do the things I want to do. Now, over the last couple of months or last 6 weeks, however long I've been back in the gym, I have seen my strength level go up. And I'm working out good. I'm trying something different here too. So I'm hoping that's stimulating a little bit of muscle growth and getting some strength back as well in a little bit shorter time. I only work each body part one time a week. In other words, if I work chest, I only work chest one time a week. That little bit of a longer rest in between, I'm doing, I wouldn't say I'm doing low reps, but I'm trying to use as much weight as possible for, good form on, say, anywhere from 8 to 10 reps. I'll do some sets. I'll do a few sets of 5 and 6, but I don't know what that has to do with weight gain. But anyhow, bottom line is it's all about the big picture. It's all about, neither here nor there. Why am I gaining weight? Why don't I lose weight? Why don't I do this and this? It just is what it is. And for now, I seem to have found my sweet spot. I found how much I need to eat per day. Going to the gym, I feel better and better each day. And to me, that's what it's always going to be about, is just continuously feeling better and better and better. I mean, I'm at an odd age doing this. You got to remember, I came to this at 48. So just the fact that I feel this much better at 55 than I did at 48. And granted, just to be completely fair, I'm trying to think, was I going to the gym at 48? I may have been a little bit stronger, but no, I don't necessarily think I was. But anyhow, I feel better. I feel good at 55. And that's always going to be the deciding factor in how I eat, how I live my life these days. That's funny, because for so many years it had nothing to do with how I live my life. So also too, I just feel better, in a certain extent. I do see what a lot of these outside people say to raw vegans. And even I go back through some of my older videos, a few years back, when I got a little too lean at times, and I don't blame them. It doesn't look all that good to be just this uber skinny, but I'm talking about for me, just for me. You got to be very careful. You can't talk about anybody else out there. I feel good carrying a little bit extra weight. I feel like, the organs, a little bit more insulation. I'm not fat. It's not like, my pant size, having gained probably 10 to 12 pounds, I'm still wearing the same size pants, if that tells you anything right there. I just don't have that, I just don't feel as fragile. I don't feel as vulnerable as I was when I was like cruising in the 150s or 155. I mean, we'll see how it goes over the next year, but I wouldn't even mind, like I say, I don't want to just gain weight for the sake of gaining weight, but I wouldn't even mind pushing it back up to about 170. It's 6'2". I would feel really good if I could get to a solid, 170 pounds, but I'm happy where I am. I feel good. Like I say, I got a little bit more bulk on me, and everything else still working good. Energy level still through the roof. Digestion still great. Skin, I got a lot of sun damage, but my skin is good. Only issue I'm working on these days is since watermelon season's been over, and I'm not getting my watermelons and having my watermelon juice in the morning. Some days I find myself, oh, you haven't hydrated properly today, so I'm slowly getting there. But anyhow, like I say, I don't know if you can take anything out of this video or not, but I did warn you earlier in the video that I was rambling, so I didn't waste your time. But yeah, like I say, just like to come check in with you guys, and hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Know that, like, you can do, look, when people say these things, I'm gonna finish with this. When people say these things, you can't do this on a raw food diet. You can't lose weight. You can't gain weight. You can't blah, 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 blah. Don't let people use your mind. Like I say, most of everything I do, and that's why I think I have been successful, comes from within me. I mean, I take information from the outside, but it's always coming from in me. I'm not letting all these little voices get in my head. Do this, do that. You should do this. You're not supposed to do that. Haven't done it in 7 years, and I'm probably never going to do it. So anyhow, you guys have a beautiful week, and I will probably see you this weekend. Peace.